Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the Super27, and welcome to another Dokkan Battle video. This is the last stage of the Supreme Magnificent Spectacle Movie Edition for the Worldwide Download Celebration or whatever. The Worldwide Download Celebration is certainly coming to an end because next Friday, I believe, is when we're going to be getting another banner, another DFE. So, in the last video, I actually forgot to check out these guys' stats, so we're going to do it at the start of the video. That way, I don't have an opportunity to be a buffoon. But from what I've seen on Twitter, this fight really isn't anything spectacular. It looks to be two phases right here. So phase 1, we have GOTEN, TRUNKS, and 18. 60 million, 40 million, 50, 300, 350, 330. I mean, okay. Debuffs by 20%. This is nothing. Seals. This is nothing. 40% defensive debuff. I mean, that would be scary, but that's an 8.2. Can't be defensive debuffed, can't be stunned each time you get a speed agility. You take 40,000 damage. This will not result in a KO. Nullifies, seals, stunned. Okay, so you just can't debuff 18. You can offensively debuff Trunks, and then he transforms skill. Tech? Transforms tech into AGL 100% of the time. So, like, the synergy is this guy orb changes, and then this guy turns them into the bombs. So this is the fight that has the bomb mechanic. Okay. And then stage 2, 80 million. This is nothing. 50% defense for the turn. That's nothing. 70 million. Nothing. 1.2. Alright. Can't stun, seal, or debuff. Each time a spirit is collected. What would spirit be? It's not strength. Fizz, maybe? Physical key sphere? 6% of the max damage. This will not result in a KO. He has damage reduction, remove damage reduction, transform power into physical. No, so then it wouldn't be physical. So I don't know what spirit would be. Power is STR. So STR into physical. And he cancels orb transformation. So you can't create orbs. Okay. Interesting. And then you just can't stun, seal, or debuff Krillin. Alright, so this fight seems pretty lame. All things considered. I don't know why, but I feel like this Worldwide Download Celebration especially was targeted much more so to players who haven't been playing the game for a while. I think that's like the conclusion that I've reached is usually like instead of having like this big celebration where players have been playing for a long time, they're going to drop a bunch of difficult fights. I feel like maybe last year they got too many complaints from people who were just joining the game and then Fusion's Masu, he dropped, and then even long-time players were struggling with him, you know? So I think maybe that's why they toned it way, way, way down during the celebration, just in case new players found out about this game, because Broly is so huge, you know? Like, people who probably would never really play a gacha, but, like, even, like, for Dragon Ball, seeing Broly in the animations, like, all of them really cook. They're like, all right, we have to attract players to play the game, but we'll make it a little bit less, you know, whatever. That's usually what they do with, like, the battlefields or whatever. You know, like, generally the battlefields aren't too difficult. On the exclusive ones, even though this one actually was a little bit tricky, so they kind of did a flip-flop. They made the battlefield a little bit more difficult, but the normal stages were significantly easier. And there is a mission to beat it using uncontrollable power, so let's just go ahead and dive in here. This is going to be like a one and done. There's no way that it isn't. We're going to float our Carnival Broly, but usually what I do... Let's see. I might want to transform him. Usually when I float him, I don't transform him. But, yeah, we can see right there the AGL key sphere has a bomb in it. This is one of these fights with AoEs, so might as well do this. And then, I guess with you, we can target down... I mean, GOTEN is the one who's creating them, so once we get rid of GOTEN, we won't really even have to worry about the bombs anymore. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and shotgun this transformation and do this. We have two incredibly powerful AoEs on this turn. What are the chances that we just outright kill? Could, like, both of these AoEs wipe out all three of these units? I mean... Oh, no, she can't. This is a seal. So we aren't going to be getting these... That's a little annoying. But that's whatever. Worst things have happened. He's going to be launching just a bunch of guaranteed additional normals right here. Again, worst things have happened. But none of these guys are even doing enough damage where I would be really worried about the yellow coin EZA right here. Usually I am pretty fearful since he doesn't have damage reduction or anything of the sort. They've already blew their load? They've already blew their load launching 2 of the 3 supers anyway, so even if he got caught by a super, it'd be what, GOTEN's? I believe GOTEN is the unit who hasn't launched his super yet. I really wouldn't be afraid at this point with how low all these guys are hitting for. I mean, that's good damage right there. I mean, obviously, this is one of the more damage-dealing units in the game, especially on its active skill turn. But being a little bit greedy and able to get some of these stacks off in, like, early stages of the fight is nice. I mean, yeah, GOTEN's doing this. What was this, like a 900 something? We double-digit tank. It doesn't even matter. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to say that this is kind of like a nothing burger. Maybe I should have brought a weaker team, but if you watched yesterday's video, you saw what happened when I brought weaker teams up against the other stage. I was just... RNG was not on my side. That was something. That was a spectacle. If you want to have a good laugh, go check out that video. I'm recording this immediately afterwards. Yeah, no, if Selmax got his AoE, we probably would have killed. With how much damage Broly just did right there, we probably actually would have killed all 3 of these units. Because Selmax is kind of that guy offensively, you know. I may butt heads with him a little bit with how his defensive performance for me specifically is. But yeah, nothing scary. We have yet another AoE on this turn. Sure, we can go ahead and pop this. Why not? Potentially... What does this change a certain type of key sphere, or is it a random key sphere? Because if it changes AGL key spheres into STR, we're going to be really, really good right here. GOTEN is almost on his way out of here. We have the domain activated, which is super nice, giving all of that extra support to all of our units right here. And yet, no orb changing. And... it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get this guy any rainbow key spheres either words. So he'll be able to still support the team, or get like fully built up, I mean. By hitting 3 separate units, he's going to get 30% damage reduction and an extra 90% to his stats. But since we were unable to give him the 2 rainbow key spheres right there, no chance to crit unless whatever he has built in, which I think I only gave him the like built-in 5 dodge for STR units. Because you don't really need to go out of your way or anything to give him crit when he's creating his own orbs. I feel like in most situations, you're going to be able to get that super, super easily. We could get a hit of potential system, which would be nice. Let's see right here. We do not get the hit of potential system, and even only with 30% damage reduction, with how weak these guys are hitting, I'm not worried. I mean, what's this going to be? We dodged anyway. Dodge build for the win, fellas. Dodge build for the win. That's the type of shit that you love to see. Sorry, take a little sip of my water right there. But we have the other Broly coming in right here. We'll probably just float off the Carnival Broly. Or not the Carnival Broly, the Easy A Broly. We'll put Selmax into slot 1 again. Because I think out of all the units, I would much rather him get stunned as opposed to the Carnival Broly. We weren't actually able to kill GOTEN on that turn. But as long as Android 18 doesn't super us right away in slot 1 again, I think that this is definitely going to be the kill. She's attacking 1 time in slot 1. What are the chances, chap? Predict down below. Does she be really mean to us and seal us in slot 1? Let me know. You only have like 7 seconds to predict. I'm trying to avoid all these orbs. Although only 40,000 per orb. I mean, to be fair, that is a pretty big cluster of orbs. Like, if it were to happen, they all do 40,000. So if I collected like 4 of them, that's 16,000 damage right there. That's a sixth of, or no, that's like roughly about like a 10th of my health. So I could actually see like that being scary under certain situations, but none of them are hitting hard enough to really capitalize on it. I mean, it would probably be a little bit toxic if they could, but we have had fights that deal damage to us at the start of all these turns. Oh, I actually wasn't able to give Broly enough ki because I held back, but it doesn't really look like it matters, so he's not getting an offensive stack here or anything, but he should be able to wipe this out, and if he can't, I would imagine the Yellow Coin LR would be able to. Since he did get a stack on the prior turn, he's going to get another stack on this turn. Maybe it's for the best that Broly didn't get the AoE stack off, because, yeah, we actually would have probably killed had he not. But yeah, 28, god damn, he's so good. We're not going to have the domain for the rest of the fight. We have it up for 1 more turn, but I don't really think that is, like, the biggest deal ever. So let's see right here. We're now into this stage. And they create... oh, it's physical orbs that are it. Okay, okay. Did it not say that it cancels orb creation? I double orb changed right there. So the event is just outright lying to me, is what you're telling me. Okay. Okay. So we can do this right here. I think we want to do that right there. And the SDR orbs over here, I should be able to collect 4. No, I can't. I can only get 3. Alright, that's not the biggest deal ever. We're giving 60% support to the entire rotation, and he's going to launch a guaranteed additional with a 50% chance to crit. Dude, the Super Easy is so good. He actually is so good. Like, they knew what they were doing with him. They again, it is a shame that there are so many legendary Super Saiyan Broly's on this team. And it's a shame that they easy-aid the Int one and they made him in just like a kind of a stupid way. Like, there's no kind of about it. They designed the unit stupidly. Because, like, he's good for the current content. Like, again, I like that unit way more than I feel like a lot of other people do. Even though I've, like, fully acknowledged that his kit, he's probably only a 6 out of 10. When you, like, factor in everything about... Oh, my God. How much damage did that... Oh, my God. Holy cow. Where, are we... Is this just over? Are we done? Is the Super Easy A just going to outright wipe? He might. Yeah, no. This is death right here. 4 turns, 14 million. And he has a guaranteed additional after this with a 50% chance of both of them being crits. And we have the hidden potential system. We don't even need it. We don't even need it right there. 17. We won. Yeah, no, they had to have designed these fights for new players. Like, that has to be what it was. Too many people must have joined the game last year and then were, like, pushed away because of what Fusion Zamasu was. And just how inherently, like, again, older players had a hard time beating him. So people who just picked up the game... They couldn't beat it. They got frustrated. There must be, like, some, like, proof that that happened last year. But there we go. We have the brand new support memory. I will be completing these missions on my own time. Again, go check out the other video if you haven't seen it. It's pretty funny. But the missions, I mean, those stages, ultimately, all of these stages were, like, a letdown. Like, I would say the 3 great Super Saiyans and the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan fight were harder than these two. Like, the 3 great Super Saiyans, they could super turn 3 times for 1.4, you know, so if you had a weak unit on your team on turn 3 or turn 4, it'd be hard to protect them. The hardest that this fight is even hitting is 1.2. Now, I mean, I get, yeah, the bomb mechanic could be toxic, but, like, the Dokkan Wiki literally says that it cancels Fear Transformation, but, like, I double orb changed on that turn. I created STR spheres and Rainbow Key spheres. So I don't know what the Dokkan Wiki is cooking up, or maybe that's a domain? Is it because I had a... It might be a domain, maybe, because I had the, Imp Broly's domain was still up, so maybe that's what they were talking about. I don't know. But let me know what you think about all these fights. Again, I think they're pretty underwhelming, but if you just joined the game, like, if you only started playing during this celebration, I feel sure with, like, the free-to-plays that you have available to you, some of the units that you'd be able to get, like, that were featured on the banners and whatnot, you probably could beat most of these stages, and that might have been their intent. I don't know. But yeah, I would say that's kind of an L. Maybe we could get one more stage, like an EX part, get like some sub-EZAs, get like one really difficult fight. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure to wrap it up here. That's going to be all for this time, guys. I've been the Super27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming PNG YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, the links to which can all be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, share me around, and leave me a comment, positive, negative, or indifferent. I would love just any sort of interaction I can get from y'all. But that's going to be all for this time, guys. So, as always, I've been the Super27, and I am signing off.